Hello and welcome to the Bravura House Studio. Today I'm going to show you some secret tips on how you can easily rosin your violin, viola or cello bow. Do we want rosin on a bass bow? Yes, bass bows too. There are a few things that you want to avoid, so we're going to talk about those. Let's get started. If your bow is brand new, it may take a little more time to get it rosined the first time because the hair is smooth and it doesn't grip the rosin as easily. A new cake of rosin can also be harder the first time to get it started. So if you have a new bow and new rosin, it's just going to take a little bit more work. If you're starting a new cake of rosin and you already have rosin on your bow, the abrasiveness of the rosin in the hair may be enough to break the surface of the new rosin. You can feel it. It's a little resistance in there. If, however, it's slippery and you can just feel that it's just sliding up and down, and if you don't see any scratching patterns on the surface of the rosin, if it's still shiny, then what you can do is take a sheet of sandpaper and rough up the surface to get it started. One of the things that you want to avoid when you're rosining your bow is putting on too much. How much you put on your bow is really a matter of personal preference. But if you put too much on, you're going to make a scratchy tone. It's going to make a mess on your violin, and you could end up looking like Pigpen when you play. You can always add more rosin, but it's really hard to remove the excess. Now, a lot of method books will tell you rosin your bow daily, but you really only need to rosin when you're feeling like you're having a hard time gripping the string and making sound from end to end. You want to be able to grab the bow. See, that bow needs rosin. You want to be able to grab the string from end to end. Now, sometimes the student comes in with a bow that has a bald spot. So most of the bow is fine, but there's one place right there where it's lost sound. Somebody was naughty. Don't touch the hair. Another thing to avoid is breaking your rosin. It is very brittle, so if you drop it, well, you know what happened to Humpty Dumpty. So get a grip and hang on. We don't want to rosin too close to the ferrule because if you hit that with your rosin, you're going to chip or crack it for sure. We don't really play at the very, very bottom of the hair anyway, so I don't like to get too close to that. And I always like to put my rosin away in the original packaging. Perhaps it comes in a cloth or a tin or plastic container. It keeps it safe, and it also prevents oxidation, or helps to prevent oxidation. Rosin does lose its quality over time, so that helps it to last longer. Now, let's get down to the fun part. Here is my little secret tip. Don't bow the rosin, but rosin the bow. When we are rosining from frog to tip, you get up to the tip, you really have to work hard. You have to pronate to get the weight of the bow into the rosin, and it's a lot of work. First time I had to rosin 50 bows to deliver to the Toronto District School Board, I was going crazy after the first dozen. And that's when I figured out this little tip. This helps tremendously to make this an easier job.
Now watch what happens to the hair when I apply the rosin this way. It spreads out. There are between 150 and 250 hairs on the bow, depending on whether it's a violin or a bass bow or whatever in between. So when you're putting rosin on like this, it helps to get the rosin on all of the hair. The traditional way of putting rosin on, you're just putting rosin on the surface and you're missing a lot of hairs.
So with this trick, I've noticed a cleaner tone, and I don't have to rosin as much or as often. It saves minutes every week for more important things.
Who is the cutest puppy? That's you. That's you. Yes.
So there you have it. Thanks for checking in. And if you have any questions, please post them below. I'll be happy to get back to you. And please like and subscribe. Have a great day.